So this was my childhood dream, huh?
Hello? Okay, there we go. Hey, it's me, the guy who doesn't start actually playing the game 20 minutes after hitting the start stream button. Hi. What's up? What's up? Alright. Restart railing. That's what we're doing today. Still do Divergent Universe. Even though I did Divergent. No, I didn't. It reset. I'm stupid. Dumb. Dumber than a door now. Build target. What sucks more, his planar ornaments or his relics? Yeah. Definitely his ornaments. His ornaments are god awful. Although we could get a better pair of shoes for him. Alright, let me bring up Pridwin, see what his recommended stats are. So give me a second. I'll bring up Pridwin. I don't even know if that's how you're supposed to pronounce the website name. Alright, let's go find. There he is. Right, go to build. The heck, I clicked on him and he moved. There we go. So, for body, he wants crit rate more than he wants crit damage. He wants speed, but that's about the same as attack percentage. Physical attack damage and attack percentage are about the same, and then link rope, you want attack percentage. So, stat-wise, we want his attack to be around 2200 to 2600, so we accomplished that. HP to be about 3200, yep, we accomplished that. Defense to be 1000, well, we accomplished that for sure. Crit rate to be 90%, not even close. Crit damage to be 160%, not even close. Speed.
My childhood musings, huh? So naive.
Alright. So when I use him,
So this...
I want him to be 1 speed faster than my slowest fuck Sunday, it seems to be. So really, all of his shit is garbo. It's all trash. All of it. Especially his boots. His boots are worst. I think his planar ornaments are probably slightly worse. Even if they... How many times did it roll into crit damage on this one? Only once. Alright, so we need to do Arcadia of Woven Dreams. That would be this one. Look, it's Hule. Do any of my friends happen to use Topaz? Let me see. Good old Iggy. Iggy uses Topaz. There we go.
This one looks dangerous.
Ow. Hi, Andre. How are you doing?
Let's see.
Earth shatters, heaven trembles. Soaring above the lands. This is
Hi.
permanence.
Are you ready to watch? Finally got Siren in a different game. Nice. So you're playing HI 3rd again? I am too. I haven't gotten her yet, though. I'm like, I think 40 pulls away from pity right now. But are you ready to watch me get bad ornaments again? That was March's first turn in this fight, by the way. She had not been doing any follow-ups this whole time. Garbage. Not as garbage, but still pretty bad.
Mountains move, dragons rise! Soaring above the lands, this is permanence!
Right! Investing in victory means playing the long game! Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards, what's this? Forever
Triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
forever
Triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
How are you doing, Andre? Hope you've been doing well. Oof, that's bad. I'm pretty sure Finon's the only one who uses the set. Oh, that's bad too. What's a good relic? I've never seen a good relic before in my life.
Heaven trembles!
I say that because every time I say that, I suddenly get a godlike relic afterwards.
right! Investing in victory means playing the long game! Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards, what's this? Forever
Triumph! Victory is inevitable!
forever
Triumph! Victory is inevitable!
Are you on mind game relic luck? Yes.
Fearless knows not fear. I won't do.
Not good. Those are some... Okay, no, never mind. I thought those were good substats. They're actually not. Oof.
Mountains move, dragons rise! Soaring above the lands, this is permanence!
right! Investing in victory means playing the long game! Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards, what's this? Forever
Triumph! Victory is inevitable!
forever
Triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
steady.
Never hesitate!
So, March only ever got to move once since we started this. She only got to use Shifu once. Physical damage boost and speed are good, but unfortunately the rest of the substats aren't worth it. So that's garbage. That's just straight up trash. Don't even look at that one.
Earth shatters, heaven trembles! Soaring above the lands, this is permanence!
I won't do.
Right! Investing in victory means playing the long game!
Did you know?
Azure Dragon, White Tiger,
Investing in victory means playing the long game.
Triumph! Victory is inevitable!
And that victory is inevitable.
forever
Triumphant!
Forever triumphant.
Victory is inevitable!
Exactly. See, Fei Xiao gets it.
Here you go, Master!
Who uses this piece? No one who benefits from break effect. Alright, last run. Come on, last run, give me something good.
Soaring above the lands, this is permanence!
Garbage. And absolute trash. Okay. Man, my relic luck for the past week has just been
Peaceful days are
God
like
awful.
breezes carrying the scent of wheat fields.
Yeah, I rolled in crit rate twice. I wouldn't want to give that up. Alright, let's see what the fourth stat on this one is. Gotta be better than crit damage. Trash. Alright. Nope, that's locking it. I want to trash it. Okay, next. This one. Okay. If it rolls into crit damage more than once, it's already better than the piece I have. Alright, here we go. It's not looking good. I think I ran out of, yeah, okay. Oh, wait, no, we're not equipping it. Because right now, it's slightly worse. Where is it? I just put it on here. Oh, there we go. Did I not? Hold on, back up. Yeah, no, it's there. It should be right up here. Why is it not right up here? Do I have some weird filter on? Probably. I have a few too many artifacts, or relics, or whatever you want to call them. Alright. Okay, so it is slightly better. Very slightly better. It is 4 points better. We'll take it. It's better than nothing. I guess. I really need some of these with, like, crit rate on them. Like, I think more than anything, I need, like, crit rate on a hat. Oh, crit damage. Why is it all crit damage? Here's to see what this one's last deck's gonna be. Break effect. It's garbage. Get rid of that. Alright, how about this one? Defense is absolute trash. Alright. Do a little bit of gambling. Not a lot, though. Just a little bit. Some good feet parts. Garbage. Trash. Not even worth looking at. Garbage. Potentially something here. There is potentially something here. It's going to depend on what the fourth stat is. Like, if that fourth stat down there is crit rate and it rolls into it at least twice, I'll take it. I'll fucking take it. It's better than like 90% of the other shit I've gotten. Like this one, like that's garbage. Alright, so let's take a look. Ah! Why is it always crit damage? Why is it always rolling into crit damage? Like, yes, I want crit damage, but I need crit rate more than I need crit damage right now. Alright, I'm curious to see what it rolls into. Okay, that's not bad. Okay, that is bad, though. But I think it's still better than the boots he's wearing right now. Yeah, they're currently so far still better. I think some of these artifacts are before they put the trash icon in the game, funnily enough. All right, can we get a third roll into crit damage, please? All right, I'll take it. All right, they're better, so we can go ahead and trash the old ones. Now the problem is I need something that'll roll into crit rate. Preferably like a hat. Crit rate and speed. That would be the ideal. Because right now my crit rate is at 57.8. Oh wait, hold on. Let me check something with Pridwin real quick. Alright, hold on. So crit rate needs to be 90% before, or not before buffs, during battle it has to be.
So this
My crit
is
rate's
my
still not
childhood
ideal,
dream, huh?
but could be better. What I really need is a hat with all three. I need to have crit rate, crit damage, and speed. But what are the chances of that happening? Alright, we'll do 3, and then we're done building for today, because we've been going for almost half an hour. Okay, that could be something. We're just gonna lock this one for now. That seems like it's gonna be trash. That one's probably also going to be trash. So yeah, I'll just lock it. Alright. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed that this is something. It rolled into defense percentage twice. Twice. I hate this game. This game sucks. This game fucking sucks. Yeah, I knew this one would be trash. Why did I equip that? Take that shit off. I was gonna just see what this one was gonna roll into. Trash. Got it. Why is it so hard to get some good substats around here? Alright. Let's go back to Cypher. Oh wait, there is a thing we have to do first. I forgot about it. So yeah, pause and save. Hold on. Oh, hold on, I gotta go back to Infurious. Oh wow, we have a lot of stories we've unlocked here. Alright, let's start with Mighty. Ascension to Lone God's Lair.
To die for glory is not eternal sleep.
This is a lie all Castrum Kremnos keeps.
The world after death is superior to reality and basks in light.
But such vague poems the Crown Prince would not easily believe.
Cowards who dare not to look death in the eye.
He declared thus on the day he returned from the Stream of Souls.
Longing for a martyr's heaven and reciting self-deceiving stories.
His words are sacrilege incarnate. More arrogant than his blood and family.
True warriors should treat that paradise with spite.
Many followers thus stop, no longer following his steps. For they feel this young man's words, compared to poems, are even more absurd. A body immortal equals not perfection. The man braved dangers endless, simply to seek his weakness. In his greener days with more amateur skills, in crises where death denied him even after kills, he learned why curse
Hello, Tomorrow
is
Dancer.
a synonym for blessing. For he saw that visage of terror at life's closing. The man seems unmoved when this past is
Real
mentioned.
quick.
Having braved death 9 times, he who was once lacking now excels above everyone else, still rising. Yet, when asked if he's still as ticklish as when he was a child, he does not answer. It's a wild tale he won't care to opine. It's said that Castrum Kremnos has secrets divine, through which the king's power has passed. A one-man army, by strength in their bloodline.
Therefore, a traitor who does not inherit the throne is a king most infirm.
As the protagonist hears these words, he refutes not, but openly responds.
These are not rumors unfounded. But will they matter if my deeds eclipse those of all other kings, achieving glory beyond?
Never turning back in war, he seizes all our glory.
That rumor in the war camp of fury often casts a shadow on the man's heart. Indestructible
There we go.
and fiery. When campaigns become mired in terror, he sends his army to places safe and secure. Yet alone he goes to fight, knowing death can touch him ne'er. The Kremnoan detachment who follows him in livery all die in bed, devoid of glory. They have their share of grudges upon death, but the man has no regret, none necessary.
Your glory lies not in death, but in my hands.
The dust settles, and strife calms. A deathly quiet covers his father's realm, and the man alone returns home. A question seems to sound from shadows of the past around.
Did you already walk that flame-chasing road, O King?
Atop the throne, the man mutters alone.
There's nothing else worthy of the hunt, for I am the blazing fire at the journey's end.
As it has been foretold, he killed the king to become a king, and killed the god to become a god. His eternal destiny is to be crowned in blood.
Crazy. Alright, he's got one more. Actually, wait, that might be done. His story might be done. Alright. Hi, Silver is not new here and is not getting ice cream cake. How are you doing? Alright. First one for Cypher.
A thief tells a few stories.
The first story is titled The Golden Apple. It doesn't have to go to the fairest.
That city is named Paphos.
Good.
Where
I'm glad. What?
the golden light of
Oh, that was
Mystic
weird.
shines. The golden apple tree sits in the city's middle. Only the fairest can pluck its apples.
No.
The beauty pageant begins on time, as the fair ones stretch their supple arms, trying to pluck the fruits above their heads. Yet every time the apple comes within reach, a breeze blows the fruit away without a trace. The audience in displeasure disbands, with only one girl left standing there, her features bland. Yet to her surprise she finds her arms full of golden fruits, a harvest grand.
The second story is titled, Trying to Argue? Don't trick yourself, please.
That city is named Idylia, where Circe's roots bury deep and wide. The sophist scholar holds a tortoise aloft, but his theories? Common sense bereft.
What are you booing me for? Don't know why the game's
Even
lagging.
the best athlete could never catch up to this turtle.
Maybe it's because we were getting ready for the update.
Him in arguments, and he obtains the champion's crown in merriment. Yet, as he is about to leave, a wind blows the tortoise in front of him, and behold, his paradox becomes truth. To catch up to the turtle, an entire day and night he spends.
The third story I will tell is titled, A Competition in Trickery. Who do you think is the Grandmaster?
That city is named Dolos, where even Zagreus was once tricked. The king promises to reward the perfect lie, wishing to recreate the deceit of the Titan, his grand feat.
I think the world is a gourd.
In truth, we are all already dead.
The liars take their turns in the challenge, but no one pleases the king. With a gust of wind, the girl emerges before the king's face. And when she leaves, she already has the king's promised gold in a pouch. The others are curious as to what lie she raised.
Zagreus can only tell lies, and I am Zagreus. The fourth story is called, You Like Money. Good.
I do like money.
But you must pay the price.
That city is called Mythimus, where the sea breeze intoxicates the people with delight. A wealthy penny pincher prays to the Titan.
Please give me the power to turn anything into gold.
With a breeze, the rock in his hand turns to gold.
This tale
But
sounds familiar.
His joy is fleeting to behold. For with one embrace, his wife turns into coins, scattered on the soil. He howls at Fagusa to retract the blessing, but sees a girl in a hood in passing. The girl laughs hilariously, holding his hand in hers.
Go back and check your vault. Some gold may be missing. But your beloved is right there, waiting.
Cyphera, you took another long journey.
And we want to hear your fun stories!
The girl with the hood dangles her feet in the bath, as 2 coins dance and fly between her fingers.
Basically, I visited 4 places, tricked them to my heart's content, and came back fully rewarded.
The girl pauses her words and looks
What's
out
up?
the window, as the light above the Titan's shoulder casts her right cheek aglow.
The dawn
No.
will never cease, and the thief star wanders in foreign lands. How would you know that I am not lying right now?
That's the first part of Cyphers. Alright, time for third part of Castor Oils.
To the dead, when she bids farewell, she casts the slate into
Aox
the fire.
Funnel, thank you for a follow. Welcome in.
Act futile. I have never heard of lands with such customs. At this time, something drizzles down the slate, full of colors, seemingly tears for the Reaper of Chills.
Weird, okay.
It turns out the slate is inscribed with poems, and every phrase is diligently colored with skill.
Before people pass away, I write down these poems.
That is the limit of the girl's answer, and she only responds with silence for requests to read these poems. As time goes by, she finally opens her petal-veiled heart, and the reason behind her reluctance to show her work is finally clear.
My poems are still too green. Not worthy to be art.
It stems from the girl's shame and discomfort. It seems the girl once also loved to imagine with effort, and many wild tales were written on her part. A misunderstanding was what made her cease this art. It was a pair of arch-enemies who gained fame in the war. One of them burst into laughter after reading the girl's poetic words.
He and I clearly wish to kill and tear each other apart. But in your eyes, you think we are close, unable to part.
Correct.
She did not write poetry as a pastime. It is said that she left great works under hundreds of names. In different times, she even criticized her previous beliefs, making her identity even harder to assume. I still found her weakness after many twists and turns. No matter how fickle her thoughts, she never lost faith in those words regarding the value of fragile mortal lives. She is
Nope.
heartbreaking and
Curry rice is
enchanting.
for me.
She is the fingertips of death and the ghost
Curry rice is
of
for
love
me.
and poetry.
And only me.
However, those poems have brought her many complaints. The
Yeah.
poems that
I'm
her
gonna make
hands
curry
composed
rice for dinner
all lack an
tomorrow.
ending of
I'm gonna
any
put
kind.
chicken and
The maid of
potato
death has no
and
desire to
onion
continue
and
them.
carrot in it.
This is truly difficult to write.
The girl excuses
It's
herself.
gonna be all
My
for
duty is to lead the
me.
living to the end. I cannot think of a fitting end for a poem to the dead.
Such is the epitome of lies.
No.
One who's grown used to death remains inexperienced with farewells. Therefore, I extend her an invitation. In this story belonging to herself, she can leave an ending reserved only for her.
What she brings is not only death.
She thus replied when we first met, and when we meet once again for the last time, she again deliberates over this closing statement.
Apart from death, there is something else that is worth remembering.
That is the journey she walked.
Next is Anaxagoras.
Do not make him your enemy, even though he may seem frail and weak.
When a valiant warrior from afar assaulted the grove, he shattered their strength with only his eyes and pointing stick. He sent them running, pride cut to the quick.
He may seem cold and unkind, but he sees through human emotions with just a peek.
A student was troubled by love's trials and aches. With one sentence, he guided them away from heartbreak, letting destiny's strands weave a path to love and happiness's shape.
All is science, and human wisdom knows no bounds. Both martial prowess and emotions are knowledge.
Okay, but why is that
can't
man
be
dead
found.
on the floor,
He
Naxa?
firmly believes that all things can be deciphered, bared to those who peek. Those that cannot be solved are not mysteries infinite, but only questions waiting to be answered, not obstacles bleak. For those who only protect themselves, the world cannot see their intentions. In sorrowful, parting hours, the scholar refuses trifling matters. Isolated in a corner of his library, he fiddles with instruments of crafters. Colleagues suspect him of creating new blasphemies, while students believe him to be making new miracles of mastery. The curious one's gaze through the window beholds, seeing a small wooden bird on the table, wobbling in comfort, swaying in the scholar's hand, an endearing cohort. I ask him, seeking his motive for this effort. The scholar, usually so quick to retort, refuses to answer, seemingly coming up short. Creatures that through his hands pass, all change their functions, invoking wonder peerless. He once removed his hat as others witnessed, then walked on the hat over water with success. They also saw him light a flare, fearless, instead creating chilling cold air, not so harmless. That bird was once a toy, and now his messenger. Or perhaps still a toy.
Perhaps.
That is the magic trick of his success, and one of his teachings that he will profess.
Nothing in this world is ever born fixed.
The far-seeing must be far in thought. His teachings are like prophetic delight, Yet he opposes prophecies with all his might. It's a time he refrains from looking back on. Traveling all lands, chasing prophecies, trying to prove the priest's words were not unchangeable foresight. Countless times, he exhausted his crafty sleights, wanting to rescue the doomed and resurrect whites, wanting to shame the prophesized heroes of magic and might, wanting to sway promised villains to a course more upright. Perhaps fate could not guess his goals, but it could trample over his plans overnight. At the end, all his challenges flicker out, but he persists still in endless plight. His ambitions are too lofty, and so failure follows him never too softly. Through moments of defeat felt increasingly common, the scholar learned one thing he has never forgotten. Respond to defeat with a smile haughty. Not from optimism, nor from a defeat of the heart.
I thank this misfortune's severity.
The laughter oozes with self-mockery, but is also full of a different emotion.
If this road is easy to walk, then future generations will not praise my name in piety,
says his ambition.
Cool story, bro. For Aglaya. This is the fourth story for Aglaya.
In the past, when strife swallowed the earth, and schemes disrupted the hearts of friends, the maiden who was yet a weaver was wrapped in a cocoon most grand, untouched by the storms sweeping through the land. She spent her youth in a palace of romance, surrounded by treasures, with even maids beautiful beyond belief, often bathing in the praise and admiration of wealthy nobles. Till warfare set the threads aflame, and the devoutly praying priest was slaughtered before the altar. The family, adored by all, perished before their courtyards, and the blood of her maidservants dyed her golden mantle red. The golden threads covering her eyes snapped, and the concealed truth finally appeared firsthand.
Before a strong wind, a weak nobility cannot stand.
In the long, endless war, the Goldweaver family was shattered by the sword, and the legacy of romance became a tragedy.
Sorry, I'm checking on work-related stuff while I'm waiting, while I'm listening to this.
The nobles who once loved her, none now willing to help her. All the romance, talent, peerage, and beauty, what use are they in a disaster? As she closed her eyes in melancholy, the maidservant pushed a broken loom to her earnestly.
Miss, would you like to pick up the shuttle again and weave for me?
The young miss wanted to laugh, but she could only respond with shock. For the maid's face was now covered in scars, as she fought to protect her mistress's safety.
Though I can no longer see, I still want to don the garments you weave.
And yet, when she heard this, the desire to weave overcame her fears. Therefore, in the broken shadows of a house, the loom of romance moved once more. The garments were exchanged for copious gold, buying back her renown of old. Yet beside this mistress most noble, there was always a blind maid in tow, dressed in luxuries unfitting. As the weaver attended banquets, the praises of her youth returned.
That majestic lady must be Nestia in the flesh.
But harsh words also joined.
The mistress's beauty is quite reduced by a maidservant so unsightly.
The maidservant apologized in embarrassment, lowering her head.
My mistress, I have brought you shame.
Yet her mistress brought her to the middle of the ball, having her garbed in the latest dress, as the model. She now knew that praises and ridicule were both untrue, and that romance cared not for beauty of the face. The golden thread of gods exists only within. She is no longer that helpless girl. She already carries the god's authority and walks the hero's route. But she still cannot hold back the calamity of strife. The unsightly maidservant blocked the dagger aimed at the mistress's soul, and blood once again dyed red something she wove. That was the last time in her life the maid's face she clearly beheld. When sewing the death shroud, she could not control how her fingers shook, often pricked by the needle sharp and acute. Thus that pristine white cloth wept with tears of blood and gloom. And when the day of the funeral came, she saw the commoners' endless graves, and the nobles dressed in silk, frolicking in the groves, and sadness overwhelmed her in droves. Is this the destiny unleashed for their act of chasing God's core flames? She kneels before the divine statues and prays to Nestia of romance to look at these garments soaked in blood from the flames of war.
Why are those that appear so fair in fact ugly in truth? Why do faces unsightly contain souls cut from noble cloth? Why can the blind see the light? And why do those with eyes only see night?
The dying god remains silent.
If you no longer have the power to see, then with my destiny,
She grasps the burning core flame.
I'll exchange for eyes that can see everything.
Warm liquid flows from her eyes that now see all. In that instance, she is sure that she saw the manifestation of beauty.
There we go. Getting close to the end for Aglaya Mighty. Cast, only at the very end did I realize she was nothing like the rumors. I'm really curious, is everyone like this, having a side that no one else sees? Is HisshAnri the same? I always remain just as I was when we first met. I too have quite a few different sides. Curious about your hidden side. I've only just been born, so of course I don't have one. As even later on, there must be people who stay unchanged forever, right? Right now, I'm not really in the mood to dig too deep. Cast's story is stepping into the next chapter, and I can't quite explain how I feel. It's like sadness, but also like some strange sense of relief. Don't want to ask about us. How should we tell her story? Her embrace was just as warm as anyone else's. If you say that, HisshAnri, then that's trustworthy statement. I'd love a hug from her too. Future stories, HisshAnri doesn't have to go out of their way to avoid any endings for my sake, okay? Even though every story is an ending, I still wish everything could start over again. I believe we are currently 60 pulls in right now. Are we really at 70 pulls? Really? Huh. Yeah, I guess we are at 70 pulls. Interesting. Alright. Here we go. 71! Single pulls for single boys. Nope. 72! Nope. 73! Nope. 74! $75. Nope. 76. Nope. Okay. 77. Nope. 78. Nope. 79. Did I count right? I don't think I'm starting to think I didn't count right. 80. Or maybe this is 70. Oh, there we go. Come on, E3 Archer. E3 Archer. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, let's go, E3. Let's fucking go. We're halfway to E6. Oh, I clicked out of the game. We're just making Archer stronger. Yes. So skill level +2 up to a maximum of level 15 for his skill. So the next big one is 6. 4 is okay. 5 is just another upgrade, and then 6 is a really big upgrade because when turns start, it recovers 1 skill point for all allies. Maximum number of stacks allowed for damage boost effect provided I use skill increases by 1. The skill to damage ignores also 20% damage. So he gets a 20% defense shred with his skill at E6, which is massive. It's big. I'm curious, what does the guide say his build ranking is now? Still S. Alright. Oh, I never got this stuff. Silly me. Alright, there we go. Alright, back to Cypher's point of view. I actually don't know who Cypher works well with. Sure, we'll run this team for now. I just want to use Cypher while I have her in the story team.
Was this device designed by priests of Ornyx? Do you think you can handle it?
Don't underestimate me, boss. Just my
Not bad, but just a warning. If this thing fails while we're halfway through the water...
Don't worry, trust me! For that sweet 20% cut of the loot, I'll make sure you're taken care of.
Oh, there we go. Okay. That was weird.
This feels truly magical. When did you pick up this trick?
Flips. Excuse me.
We're here. Can we turn off this spotlight now? It's really blinding.
No problem. Just use the device over there to shut it off.
The scent of gold coins, gems, and fine leather. It's so refreshing. The treasures in this ancient city are all floating back up thanks to Gray Mystery and that, pink squirrel.
Your legs are long!
The wrong way.
Yes. Right here. What are you waiting for? Start digging.
Roger that! Watch me!
Bartholus activated excavation mode, unearthing treasure buried deep underground.
Wow! That's a huge chest. Move over. I want to open it myself. Wow, wow. A massive haul. Unbelievable. It's hard to imagine the kind of luxurious life the people of Styxia once led. As expected for a realm of Fagusa's disciples. This entire chest is filled with ornaments made from ocean's tears. Here, take this. See if it suits you.
Ooh, thanks for the gift, boss. Much appreciated. Look at the clarity of this purple crystal. It matches my skin tone perfectly. Oh, safer, safer. You truly have the most refined taste of all the thieves in Amphorius. Let me try this on. Where is my treasure?
How long have we known each other? I can't believe you still fall for this.
This is... How could I have forgotten about this?
Oof.
I'll believe it is true, and a lie becomes reality. What a convenient ability.
The demigod of trickery's divine gift. Far more practical than any golden thread or teleporter. Alright, enough fooling around. Here's the real thing. Lead the way.
Cipher rules! I've already pinpointed the next trove of treasure! Starting navigation. Boss lady, we're set to make a fortune this time! Got any plans on how to spend it?
Of course. Spend nothing. Have you forgotten my silly prophecy?
I remember, of course. Whoa! Isn't that like...
Uh-huh.
Isn't that the controller for the hands of Zagreus?
Indeed it is.
Check it out.
Once activated, this thing makes a racket that can be heard for miles. It's just too stupid.
Seriously, what was the Titan thinking when they came up with this thing?
Hey,
If you don't want the trickery to be exposed, you'd better start by keeping your mouth shut. What do you say?
Oh, there's a secret behind here.
But lady, you're absolutely right. I'll be careful with my words. Here we go round the river of souls. Spirit thief goes, spirit thief goes.
Ah, what are you even singing? You're totally out of tune. There's a big guy guarding this place.
Yeah, big and dumb. Just a pure lump of stupidity.
Stupid. You're stupid.
Look at its face. Oh my, how could something be so ugly?
Yeah, so ugly. Ugly enough to make even me, a little imp without a digestive system, feel nauseous.
If that ugly brute messes up my face, even the stoic Talantin might end up shedding a tear.
Indeed, that would be heartbreaking. Clearly running away is the sensible choice.
So, how about you take the front? I'll attack from the side.
Right. Fleeing fits a rogue nature.
What?
Huh?
I'll stand in their way. Earth shatters, heaven trembles!
I can't let them down.
I'll take it on.
No consequence. I'll overcome the thorns. Serenity is before me. No other choice but forward.
Let's see. Currently, his crit rate is up to 71, but that's because Sunday didn't ult yet.
Dragons soaring above the lands. This is permanent!
Spitting.
Found me.
Decked out farewell. This mortals watch over you and guide you on your path.
So now, our crit rate is still at 71. Huh. Weird. I could have sworn one of these gave him a crit rate boost. The Sorrowing Body did. No.
Corpulence consume me. Hail the new dawn.
Such an ugly and useless creature, taken down with just a couple of hits.
Oh, you know what? It might have been Mem.
Boring.
Mem's buffs crit rate, I believe.
Hey, Bartolos, are you still alive? Give us a squeak if you are.
Yeah, I mean, squeak.
Look at you, all shaken up. Can't handle even this bit of action. It should be safe here now. Get to work.
Aye, boss lady Cypher.
It doesn't smell like anything valuable this time. Since we've already dug it up, let's open it and see. Huh. Is this?
Journal of a Styxian Refugee. Month of Valence, day unknown. 3 more neighboring households moved away today. The tide has risen higher than ever before, already reaching the 5th step of the stone stairway to our residence. The priests insist it's merely a seasonal high tide that will soon recede. But having lived in Styxia for 30 years, I have never witnessed water levels like this. Leandra from the harbor went fishing 3 days ago and reported that the seawater had become unusually turbid, appearing as if mixed with ink. Beneath the surface, he glimpsed strange shadows, not human in form yet possessing distinct outlines. After returning, he developed a high fever and has remained bedridden since. The city's feasts have grown increasingly frenzied. Grand celebrations that once occurred only during the month of joy now happen almost daily. At the Andros family's banquet last night, I witnessed 2 normally well-mannered women treading grapes barefoot, I can read, I swear, emitting strange laughter, and then directly drinking the dirt-laden juice. They claimed it to be making Pagosa's ritual ceremonies, though I've never heard of such an absurd form of worship. Prices at the market have risen by 30%. The honeybrew merchant reports that the brewing process has become exceptionally difficult lately. The yeast collect directly from the harbor. The yeast cultures... The yeast cultures mysteriously rot. Only by distilling with seawater collect directly from the harbor can they produce proper wine. Reminds me of the Blow Me clip. No, don't talk about that clip. We don't talk about that clip. Good morning, Rivka. Fortunately, our Doris is clear-minded enough to advise us to minimize our consumption of city's water and wine. Last night, strange music emanated from the harbor. It wasn't produced by any instrument, but seemed to rise from the ocean depths. The low, haunting melody sounded as if it were telling an ancient tale, compelling people to approach the shore. Several neighbors' children sleepwalked to the dock last night. They claimed to have seen the goddess in the water, performing and wanting to get closer. The priests have forbidden all forms of musical performance and employed soldiers to patrol the docks. For some reason, I can't shake the feeling that they're acting from fear rather than genuine desire to protect us. Today I met Nora, the cloth merchant at the market. She revealed that the situation in her district was far more dire than we had imagined. The spirit water pool in Fagusa's temple suddenly dried up 3 days ago, and despite their best efforts, the priests cannot replenish it. More alarming still, strange cracks have appeared on the wall behind the deity statue, wearing patterns of script that no one can decipher. Nora also shared a peculiar rumor. Some claim to have seen in their dream a woman playing a lyre, draped in black veils with eyes gleaming like seawater. She allegedly told dreamers that Styxia would soon face a great transformation, and only those who hear her voice would be saved. Some residents have begun referring to her as the prophetic sea musician, despite the priest's determined efforts to suppress such rumors. We finally decided to evacuate with our entire family. The seawater has reached the highest watermark at the dock, yet some remain oblivious, still immersed in endless revelry. Our family and neighboring Milan household has decided to journey to Akama together. Reportedly, the world-bearing Titan's protection extends there, and the tides of darkness have not yet invaded those lands. We plan to slip away quietly tonight from the northern dock exit. We pray to Pagosa for safe passage. We've been traveling for 3 days now. Last night, Milan's family's youngest child suddenly developed a high fever, continuously muttering strange phrases that resembled an ancient ballad. His father decided to take him back to the city for medical treatment, though we all know there's little hope to be found there. The morning, looking back at Styxia from the hillside, I was horrified to discover the entire city enveloped in a strange aura, with seawater shimmering with an unnatural blue radiance in the sunlight. From distance, those magnificent buildings seemed to twist and distort in the water, as if they were merely illusions. We encountered several other fleeing townspeople. They brought even more horrifying news. The seawater in Styxia has begun displaying strange colors and textures, sometimes thick as honey, other times solid as glass. Those who remain in the city have begun undergoing bizarre transformations. Even more disturbing is that at night, the entire city bathes in an indescribable glow, as if enveloped by some gigantic amniotic membrane. They say this is Fagosa's punishment, but I can't help but wondering, is this the Titan's wrath, or is this some power even greater than the Titans at work? We decided to continue northward to Akama. Along the way, we've heard rumors of someone named who can supposedly appease Fagosa's wrath, but these are merely legends fabricated by desperate people. We common folk can only rely on our own feet to flee this disaster. Tonight, after children fell asleep, I secretly examined a small vial of seawater I brought from the city. It was the last drop collected from the spirit water pool in Fagosa's temple before we left. In the moonlight, it displays a strange shimmer, as if something moves within it, unlike any ordinary water. By chance, I discovered that gently tapping the vial with my fingertip produces a peculiar sound, like distant lyre notes echoing. At that moment, I seemed to glimpse a mysterious woman standing up upon the sea surface, sorrowfully playing a melody that no one could understand. I don't know if this was illusion or reality, but if such a being truly exists, one who can hear the sorrows of Styxians, then as we embark on this uncertain journey, please grant us a flicker of hope, even if it's merely a beautiful dream. Akama is now within reach. Taking one final glance back at my homeland, the beautiful scenery of old is nowhere to be found. Only distorted masses of light and shadow undulating on the sea level, resembling foam heaped by waves before dawn, dissolving one by one to gradually reveal its cold and true nature. So, Almighty Divine Kamiyoshi Rivka, will I win my 50-50 for Fiorina on the Asia server?
I've never seen or heard of anyone from Styxia and Akama. At least Stolos still has me left. Guess this city wasn't so lucky. It
does seem unfair, doesn't it? Just because they were born in the wrong place, they had to face such devastation. Meanwhile, those in Akama, simply because they're supported by the world-bearing Titan, continue to survive.
Yeah, the world just isn't fair, is it? Speaking of the world-bearing Titan, Cypher, didn't you tell me once you used to be an apprentice at Kefali's priestly court?
Huh. Did I?
Yeah, you definitely told me, and I remember it clearly. Maybe it's been so long you haven't.
Yes, indeed, them legs. Hi, Moth. How you doing?
Ah, right. I did tell you. It wasn't a big deal. I just snuck in with a bunch of mumbling priests and watched them do their spooky rituals around some glowing rock.
So her banner will be up in like a
I was
month
only interested in the wallets of
like
the
3
old
weeks.
grandpas on the council back then.
If you wanna get back into the
Much
game.
else. It's been what? Nearly 1,000 years?
Oh, I see. But you and a priest?
Why you mad?
No, that's hard to picture.
Who asked you to picture that? Besides, priest robes from 1,000 years ago were nothing like the ones today.
Right. I didn't think about that. I was just curious if you ever overheard anything interesting from those priests.
Oof. Ugh, that's rough, man.
How ridiculous. Come on, let's head to the next spot. Where did this roadblock come from? Ugh, this is so annoying. The treasure is right in front of us.
Oh dear, we're stuck here. But I have a plan. Should we call on that big, noisy, cumbersome hand of Zandrius?
Agrius?
Never thought that thing would actually come in handy. All right. Do you want to handle it?
Leave it to me, Buzz. I don't need a controller. After all, you know. Hand of Zagreus. My darling. Activate!
Gotta hand it to ya. Let's see if there's any trick coins in this area. Other than that, DT Alliance makes me wish for nuclear winter. Hi, Welkin. Oh, hold on.
Why did it suddenly stop?
I gotta check something real quick. Okay. It was nothing.
Let's try again.
I was just checking a work-related email. It's not anything that needs my attention. I still haven't done the second Dawn Trail Alliance raid. Get ready. Ready, aim, rocket punch. Can't want Pat trying to knock phone out of my hand to be like that.
Not bad. However, I still don't see how this ties into trickery.
Let's go to the next room.
Hey, slow down. That question you asked me earlier. I think I just remembered something.
What did I ask?
You know, that question. The one you specifically asked me. Right after we dug up the second chest.
Forgive me, boss lady, but have you been under a lot of stress lately? I didn't ask anything. You must have imagined it.
Oh. Is that so?
Not adding up.
You're right. I have been a little on edge lately. I need to relax. Alright, let's move on to the next treasure trove.
Treasure, let's go!
Twinkle, twinkle in my chest, how this core flame is the best.
Wow, when it comes to singing, I still sound better than you, boss.
Damn.
Go beyond all time and space on the journey of flame chase.
That's good. That's a good delivery.
This scent feels like something incredible is buried here.
Incredible indeed! If even Boss Lady says so, how could I not be excited?
Do I need to give instructions here? Get digging.
Ah, it's one of these.
Oh, isn't this a golden scapegoat? Interesting. Looks like whoever buried this treasure went into
Alright, what's the difficulty level of this one going to be? Probably super easy because it's story related, right?
Those who feared fire became sheep. Those who did not became human.
Sheep, humans, whatever. All I know is unlocking this gets us treasure. Here, this honor's all yours.
Puzzles and tricks are right up my alley. Just leave it to little old me.
Oh man, this one's very, very difficult, guys. I might need to lock in. All right. Oh man, that was hard. Oh, I don't know how I solved that one.
Told you, nothing can stop me. Cypher, it's your turn now.
Stop. Stay there. And don't turn around.
Huh? What do you mean?
I told you. Don't move.
My poor old back. What are you doing?
Shh, quiet. Don't say anything unnecessary. That seamstress. She's listening.
What? Boss, do you mean?
Stay put and keep quiet. I'll handle her. Whoa, whoa! Seamstress. Getting sneaky, aren't we? Did you think I wouldn't notice your little spies lurking around me?
As time passes, I find myself leaning more and more on blind luck. With only the power of this little nymph, naturally I couldn't slip past your sharp eyes, Cyphera.
Even if you could fully control Bartolos's mind, I would still be able to see through your disguise. Aglaya. You've gone to such lengths to spy on my every move. What exactly are you after? I've told you before, you don't need me to succeed. Why don't you just let this go? I already made an exception and got involved with Castorus and Grey Mystery. Asking for more now. Isn't that pushing your luck a bit too far?
I'm sorry, Cyphera. I've plotted and schemed my whole life. But I never could have predicted our relationship would end up like this. I've spent centuries trying to figure out where I went wrong, replaying every moment over and over. But you've never given me a chance to explain myself, face to face. Don't talk to me like that. You know I can't take it. 1,000 years ago, out of foolishness, I let my silence steal away the most beautiful sound I'd ever known. I see limbs. So this time, I must say this to you, even if it's all in vain. I need you, Cyphera. The Chrysos Heir's mission needs you. The finale I've delayed for far too long. It's finally here. Whatever resentment you still hold against me will fade once I'm gone. Please, come back to Akama. I'm begging you. Without you, they don't stand a chance.
I'll think about it, seamstress. But stop watching me. Unless you want to lose me for good.
Don't worry. As much as I'd love to hear your voice again, to see your face, it seems that chance will never come. Goodbye, Cyphera.
Goodbye, Aglaya.
She dead.
What a shame. I thought there'd be some real treasure under that goat's head.
Turns out, everything in that chest was soaked in water from the River of Souls. Nothing valuable left. Those relics were once priceless. But time has eroded away all that they once were.
Aww, hearing that from you makes it sound so sad. Wait, why am I getting all sentimental? I haven't even processed what just happened. That horrible woman. When did she... Oh!
If you see her, let her know this. As demigods, we can't avoid our duties forever.
Could it have been back then? When?
Do you remember now? Looks like you don't need me to jog your memory. She must have slipped that nymph into your pocket while you were distracted. Don't underestimate that bug. It's every bit as dangerous as the seamstress's golden thread. Let your guard down for even a second, and it might take over. Make you spill secrets you'd never share otherwise.
Whoa, that's like some brainwashing monster straight out of the Black Tide! Creepy. Boss, how did you realize something was wrong? I'm curious. What exactly did that nymph make me say?
Actually, it gave itself away very early on.
Speaking of the world-bearing titan, Cypher, didn't you tell me once you used to be an apprentice at Kefali's priestly court?
We've been partners in crime for 1,000 years. We've talked about everything there is to talk about. Except for that one experience at Dawncloud. I never told you about that. absolutely wouldn't have shared that with anyone.
But, boss lady, there's a chance Aglaya wasn't trying to trick you?
And as far as I know, the embodiment of trickery despises that golden thread which forces people to speak the truth. You'd never defend Aglaya. Isn't that right, Zagreus?
You have a terrifyingly sharp mind.
After all, I'm the only one in the world who knows you're still alive. To make sure you survive the Titan trial, I had to fool the entire world. If you want to keep that lie from falling apart, you'd better keep playing your part in the days ahead.
Even if it weren't for saving my worthless little life, I'd still walk through fire for Cypher without hesitation.
You may have been reduced to this form, but you still haven't lost your way with words.
Speaking of which, Cypher, you're not taking that wicked woman's words to heart, are you? Life's been pretty great lately. Why get into trouble now? Don't you think?
Honestly, I've been thinking. Maybe a trip back now wouldn't be too bad.
You're back again, Cyphera, your face.
I need
Old.
clothes. Anything. Just throw me something. A piece of cloth will do. Just enough to cover the wounds. I will pay back the amount I owe. I promise.
You're bleeding golden blood.
Yes, what about it? So what if I'm one of those Chrysosairs they talk about? Those infinitely strong heroes, world-renowned swordsmen, exceptionally intelligent scholars.
Cyphera.
Oh, I'm sorry to disappoint. Who knew that group of amazing people would include me? A pauper, thief, con artist. Maybe I should just make another cut to drain all this yellow stuff out of me and...
Stop it, Cyphera. I'll give you clothes, warm you up, and stay here. Stay in my workshop until you're healed.
Aren't you going to ask me how I got these wounds? Right. What's the use? I'm so good at lying. Even your golden thread can be fooled. If you can't verify the truth, why bother asking at all?
I don't need to ask. Nor do I need to use the golden thread. I know everything you do is for survival, at all costs. Stay here. You won't have to deal with the cold or go hungry again. Stay by my side, and you can start putting yourself back together.
Aren't you worried I'll ruin this place's reputation? Or that I might sneak off with your precious clothes and sell them?
I wouldn't have invited you if I were worried about those things.
You're weird, seamstress. You know, they say a child who often lies remains a liar for life. I've tried not to become a liar, but honestly, it's just too hard. I'm close to giving up. What makes you think I won't disappoint you?
Because I can feel it. Not with the power of a demigod, that with the heart that beats in my chest, you love this place. That's why you keep coming by, but also why you hesitate to stay longer. You worry you'll tarnish the Gold Weaver name. After taking over Nestia's divine authority, I became used to letting the golden thread distinguish sincerity from falsehood. However, the mission I need to complete requires me to learn to trust and rely on my heart. Cyphera, you're an honest thing I've given to this world. And also a challenge the world has given to me. Stay here with me. You have a beautiful face that deserves better than to be covered in scars and grime.
You've got a way of talking that's hard to follow. All right, let's make it a deal. You have 1 day to change your mind. Once the action hour passes, there's no turning back.
These folks in black.
Right, Don Hung, you'll just have to deal with them after the ad break. So, BRB. I'm back. It feels like all of Amphorius is just a lot of yapping.
Are not responding to provocations, nor do they seem intent on fighting. What exactly are they waiting for?
Pressure. Fear. Planting seeds of anxiety. It seems this is the strategy they've chosen.
And just walk past them and leave.
An organization that sees it as their mission to eradicate the Chrysos heirs. I've read some chilling accounts. Stories of the cleaners using alchemical arts to implant fragments of memories into their successors, ensuring both identity and hatred live on.
Yeah, I do remember that.
From what I know, these stories are true. The kindness we know today, strictly speaking, is the 27th kindness.
That's crazy.
Objectively, the rise of the cleaners was both inevitable and necessary. Yet, their ruthless and twisted methods earned them nothing but disdain and condemnation from history.
And still they endure. An organization persisting through time, now working tirelessly to obstruct the flame chase. Are they truly so terrified of the Aranova the Chrysos heirs strive for?
No.
Even in these crumbling end
I don't know what the idea is,
there
but
are
no.
always those who find ways to profit from the chaos. To ask the vested interests to abandon their status, wealth, and ambitions in this world for a distant ideal.
Maybe,
no
but still no.
creating a miracle.
Still no.
I wonder where she is now. If they're targeting me, she definitely won't escape their notice either. I hope all is well. Is that Lord Krateros?
There you are, Lord Donghung. We couldn't reach you on the teleslate, so the Holy City Guard almost assumed you two had met some terrible fate. You pests crawling in the shadows, back off. Your plot ends here. You played your hand. Run while you still can. It might be your only chance to survive.
Yeah, Kratos will just kill you. He doesn't need you to provoke
Stay
him.
away from Akama forever. If you set foot there again, the fury of its people will tear you apart. Because Aglaya is dead, and in the eyes of the Holy City citizens, her blood is on your hands.
Looks like she was wrong about you.
Did you really think you had a chance?
Are you talking about the mastermind behind all of this?
Well, she thought you were weak. She believed that even when you were facing the evil that you claimed to oppose, you'd hesitate to strike.
Misinterpreting mercy for weakness shows how arrogant and foolish your master is. They're still alive. With proper care, they'll pull through in a few days. But I must warn you, I haven't fought a human in ages. I can't guarantee I'll always be able to hold back. They're lucky they're still alive. If you feel as lucky as they are, try me.
Bro, you sound so cool.
Finon is seriously upset.
Get out of here. Don't show your face around us again. If your master wants to stop the flame chase journey, she'd better bring an army that makes Kremnos at its peak look like child's play.
I've said it more than once, Lord Finon. We're not here to start a fight. We came only to ensure you weren't anywhere.
Oh, what are you doing?
While you were unaware, we already accomplished our mission to buy time. So, Lord Finan, until next time.
No, I wasn't.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. Anyone who uses innocent lives as bargaining chips has gone too far. I guess the opposition within the Council of Elders is still desperately fighting to obstruct the flame chase. If the conspiracy is exposed, they'll be hunted down in the Holy City like rats with nowhere to run, no matter where they hide. Why, tell us, Late.
Global announcement. Due to force majeure, the world-bound web operations will be temporarily suspended. Please stay calm and remain in your homes. Local golden thread enabled for emergency internal communication only. Lord, Lady Goldweaver deceased. Please return to Old City at once. I know it's hard to believe, but please come back soon. On my way.
Aglaya? Is this... blasted? Those guys...
Must be a lie.
I've heard from more than one person. It doesn't seem like a joke. Stay calm. This could just be one of her schemes. I won't believe it until I see it for myself.
Finan, what should we do now?
Stay on course. I'll contact Treeby and ask her to keep the citizens calm. We'll hurry back to Akama as fast as possible and assess the situation in the city. If we run into any enemies along the way, I won't be merciful this time.
Oh, he pissed. He is super pissed now.
Cartonis? Oh, you're forging a sword for Finan, aren't you? I haven't seen you wield the hammer in so long. I couldn't help but be entranced by the sight.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
You, Aglaya. In this form, you come to me. It means...
That's right. At this moment, my physical form is already shattered. My journey as a human in this world has come to an end. It's time to fulfill our pact.
Of course. The pact I haven't forgotten.
The thing I entrusted to you, do you still have it?
Far too plain this vessel is. Not worthy of you. Do you still insist?
I insist. Over the past 1,000 years, every piece of fabric I've worked with has been tainted by my cold divinity. It's made me hate their colors, texture, and scent. This ornament stands apart. It was a gift from a child. She was pure and kind. I often wished my childhood could have been like hers.
How to say goodbye to everyone? Have you already planned?
I'm afraid there's no such detailed plan at this time. I deeply regret not being able to say farewell to them, one by one. The moment has come. My departure will give them one less thing to worry about. This parting gift should help ease the regret of such a sudden goodbye.
No. Sounds like work.
Invented for the Titans, Kremnos' soul-forging technology was, though divinity it retains, filtered out, the remnants of humanity will be. Is that what you want, Aglaya?
You've confirmed this with me repeatedly. Yes, Cartonis. I need you to do this for me. Condense my divinity into this ornament. It might still be useful in the future to help them complete their mission.
Selfless until the end. Envy that child, there's no need to. Already lived a grand life your humanity has.
Your praise puts my heart at ease, Grand Craftsman. Now, please, take me through the last tempering that fate has to offer.
The city is silent, and tension is building with every passing second. The news is probably spread by now. Every household is locked up tight, and all the market stalls have closed down temporarily.
Taken by the cleaners.
I can't imagine how she could have been taken down by a handful of assassins. Unless it's all a part of her plan. If this is all part of a larger plan, Treeby must know something. She just couldn't say it in the message. Let's go find her. Dunhung came back before us. Well, maybe he's heard something.
You're back. How's everything? No injuries, I hope?
Don't worry. The cleaners didn't lay a hand on us. Lord Krateros, were you in the city when it happened? What exactly went down?
Regrettably, no one knows the details of that moment. Eyewitnesses only saw...
It's fine. Just tell me.
Eyewitnesses at the Memorial Palace saw Aglaya fall from the Chrysos airbath.
Oh, gods.
She showed no signs of life by the time the Holy City Guards approached to check. They were too afraid to jump to conclusions. After all, she was a demigod who lived for over 1,000 years, the leader of the Chrysos heirs. Most citizens of the city believed that death couldn't touch her. She was pierced through the heart by a uniquely crafted dagger. I saw it for myself. It's one of the weapons carried by the cleaners.
I also don't understand. This doesn't add up. The ones who appeared in the Grove and those who confronted Dunhung in the Abyss didn't immediately resort to violence. They were just watching and trying to intimidate. They didn't have any reason nor the courage to attack Aglaya. Perhaps...
Speculating blindly won't help. Let's go find Lady Treeby, as she understands Aglaya's mind best.
I'll stay here to lead the guards and maintain order. Find out what happened, but don't take too long. With Aglaya gone, someone has to take her place and lead Akama. Also, Miss Hyacinth was the one who declared Aglaya dead. You might want to speak with her.
Thank you, Lord Crateros. The baths are empty.
No citizen feels like bathing after hearing such terrible news.
Hyacinth.
You're back.
We heard from Crateros. Are you alright?
I'm fine. I've been staying close to Lady Treeby and Lady Trinan after the incident. It's great that you could come back so quickly. They need someone with them now.
How are the two of them holding up?
Not well. After all, we witnessed Lady Aglaya's last moments. I tried to treat her immediately, but even the sky's blessings. Declaring her death was the hardest thing I've ever had to do as a doctor. Lord Finan, don't push yourself. You're carrying a heavier burden now. Please, don't fall.
It's fine. I can handle it. What I've lost is a mentor and a comrade in arms. But for Treeby and Trinan, they've lost a 1,000-year-old bond. Like they're losing a part of their lives. You should rest, Hyacinth. You've been awake for a long time, haven't you? We'll handle things from here.
Okay. See you later, everyone.
Next, we should visit Lady Treeby.
Snowy. Little Gray. You're back.
Lady Treeby,
Snowy, don't. Please don't apologize to us. You went to the Grove to prepare yourself for the threats to Akama. You didn't do anything wrong, so don't be hard on yourself. We were always by Aggie's side throughout this long journey, so we understood her thoughts better than anyone. She knew she wouldn't see the end of the Flame Chase journey, yet she gave everything without hesitation. For the future of everyone.
What was that for?
Right now, the last thing Akama needs is a little wild.
Help! Help!
The scroll over there was entrusted to us by Aggie. She instructed us to hand it over to you when the time was right.
Gotta numb the napping so far.
Now's
Yes, it was
the
me the
right
whole time.
time.
Hi, Sean. How you doing? It was me. Ow! I did the book and write it down. Hold on. We gotta pause and save. Oh, hi, Zaxxon. How you doing? We gotta go write in the book before we can continue. Oh wow, there's 4 parts here. Alright, Hyacinth 2.
This world may contain
Well, how you guys
thousands of
doing today?
ills, but the number of sufferers is countless.
So
Like
when you
ocean going
guys
frail.
missed it. So earlier I did a
Father
10
and daughter
I did
inherited the
10
sky.
pulls on
Wander this
the
land
Fate banner. I got my E3 archer.
and throughout
We're
the cities,
almost to E6.
They heal the unwell.
Heirs of the sky who once reveled in martial might, why do you now
Yes, Pog.
soothe the world's blistering blight?
The doctor responds with a smile as he cures the injury's agony.
Father,
Thanks.
why did our ancestors revel in warlike might?
Because they only have a sorrowful past of lamenting wails.
Then why are we here, soothing the blight?
Because we have a future that needs protection still.
The priest who parts dusk from dawn, collapsed the sky and sealed her wings, and dwells in a place where time itself mends, bearing the promise to return to the Zenith Supreme.
This is the Twilight Courtyard's story.
And the father tells his daughter the tale of their line, next to the bonfire, lit in the wilderness where winds pine. Though he had told the story many times before, a light in the girl's eyes still shines.
Maybe I will return to the sky one day.
Or maybe that is not to be your fate.
The blessings of the sky were passed down through generations of their heirs. The brawn of the Titan who molded stars granted a boon fitting and fair. Perhaps the girl with heroic blood in her veins will be accompanied by thunderbolts and the sun's merciless glare. Childishly, she recited the words,
Oh sky, heed my wishes.
and thunder and heat did not descend. She only saw a sliver of gentle warm flare, wiping away mortal exhaustion and others' tired airs. What a gentle blessing! All said that she must be a savior saint, bringing light to the land, even if faint. But where the girl's eyes often gazed was the wine-dark sky, gloomy and bleak.
The god is also sick.
That grand longing to save the world may be no more than the girl's feeble dream. But her father treated it as his greatest treasure and taught her all the ways of potions and creams.
Yeah, that voice line needed a dramatic pause.
That girl, therefore, always accompanied the gentle master of healing and repair. And she brought glowing faint light to the
All right.
night,
Thank you for stopping by, Sean. I'll see you on Friday.
mending the world's pitchy blight. Father and daughter often rested in the silent courtyard under the giant tree. Yet today, at that place, only one solitary figure can be seen. On that night, the healer spoke to a visitor throughout the night. On that morning, he bid farewell to his daughter for the first time. He will heal the ill at a faraway place, where the end of days approaches, and no family of his should follow.
You have learned the craft of healing and understood the blessing. But a light more radiant still is needed to heal the entire world.
The departed healer never returned, and the girl never left. And that rather lonely courtyard stayed silent as it was before.
There are no swords here, only farming tools.
Facing the ambitious boy, the shopkeeper kindly explained.
Even a rake would do. Let its worth be judged by the verses I compose with it.
Many days later, the wounded child stood upon the scorched earth, and silently he buried the ruined tool. For that was his first sword. And on the day that the Black Tide came, he broke the shackles of fate with that weapon true.
Let go of my beard, you white-haired rascal!
No!
Fine! You win, okay?
That was the first victory claimed by the boy. A victory often mentioned in later years, and yet he never treated it with shame.
I understood something thanks to his beard.
The others hold their breath, waiting for his thoughts. But he only gives out one response.
The victor must stay focused, and success will come when you work on nothing else.
Those words became the foundation of his existence.
Knowledge is also a power used to smite.
While studying at the Grove of Epiphany, he etched this into his heart. So he devoured thousands of books, skimming through to glean the martial powers of might. But unenlightened wisdom is merely dust. And when the next calamity approaches, all he recalled is flight. Thus, his books are always worn into shreds, for each book was read endlessly, till he remembered every detail slight. When first arriving at the Holy City, he was no more skilled than a soldier, except his ambition.
Even the deliverer from the sky must have their beginnings in the soil of the nations.
The elders in the Holy City scorned, casting him into barracks in derision. But none expected this new recruit of unknown history made his name in one mission. Some asked him, which teacher caused such improvement? He answers with countless names, including the Inquirer's own.
Only one who treats the world as their teacher can bear its eventual destiny.
Those with golden blood are bound to succeed.
The golden heroes are born as gods, beloved.
Such words echo in the man's mind. Yet he knows glory is not where the journey begins. He misses the buried rake, worshipped the enemy with the long beard, mended his tattered books, and polished the barracks' dust-covered gear.
What forges a hero is not destiny from above, but the long
It's been a while
journey
since someone's redeemed
that
button.
follows.
I'm surprised.
Now he stands here and looks back, and his past twists into a winding path. The long road to the sky stretches ahead, and towards the blazing white sun,
There we go.
he pens down Deliverance's name.
Alright, we'll skip Aglaia for right now and go to Cypher, because that's Aglaia's last one.
In Dolus' suburb,
I sure haven't.
in a tiny weaving
I'm sure there's some command I can put into
busies herself within,
mix it up
as
to
her smart
move
child wanders outside on a whim.
my model. The problem
The
is
silk
testing that
pours from the loom,
would take a while,
some
and
bright as the dawn,
I am way too lazy to
some
do that, so
dark
I'll just
as
move it
the
manually
night.
for now.
The woman had lived her whole
Because I'd
life
have to
in
find out the exact
Yet through her business,
coordinates to
she
move it,
never
and I'd also have to figure out the zoom out, how much I need to do that by.
Good child, listen
It's
to me.
pain in
Never
the butt.
lie and speak deceit, for people like you only do to honesty.
The girl smiles and nods, but her heart is drawn to the boundless desires of the bustling streets. And the grandmother is unaware that her handmade white dress has been stained by the mud of conceit.
Madam, what is a bundle of white silk's price?
Sir, only 2,000 balance coins.
An honest price tag can only meager profit obtain.
If we keep selling cloth like this, we'll stay poor for the rest of our lives.
The girl complains to her grandmother, while sprouting countless plots and petty tricks. The woman smiles and does not reply, only weaving with night-shaded silk a suave hooded robe for her little spark.
Why don't you take some of our goods and go into the city tomorrow to try out those pranks?
The mesmerizing moneyed charm of Dolo City turns minds and tongues into a whirlwind of confusion. Even the girl who prided herself on sharp ears and a clever tongue could not contend with the myriad shifting face before her. She returns penniless and furiously seethes.
I vow to the god of thieves that I will eventually empty those people's pockets.
Smiling, her grandmother stops her silk work and offers some dinner with humble dish.
Silly child, don't let Titans hear such vows and promises.
Yet, when the moon rises, a magnificent pin graces the old lady's pale locks. The girl smiles at the old woman, now stunned in shock.
I actually did return with some catch.
The brilliance adorning her white hair drew all eyes, and its proud original owner arrived to stake their claim. The bet that the girl won with a brilliant trick is described as a thief's loot through lying schemes. The old woman in her panic shouldered the blame, confirming a sin that was but a fabrication.
By Delos' laws, we must also execute all her family!
To protect the girl, the old woman reveals the final secret unseen.
She's not my family, but just an orphan picked from the street on a whim.
People thought this to be a lie, but the girl knows that her grandmother cannot deceive. Just like how she always glossed over questions about parents
Lord
and
Welkin.
kin.
Your parents went to a city-state far away.
The girl never bothered to unravel the threadbare lie.
Stop! Stop right there, you thief!
Run! Run as fast as you can! Cyphera!
The lies overthrow the shop and tear apart the good woman's good name, leaving the girl with guilt and grief. The hearth of her home was a lie, doused by another conceit. But if her sleight of hand had better skill, would it have made that fire burn forever? The girl pulls down the hood and sinks into the starless dark.
I vow to the god of thieves.
And from that day, she never left empty-handed, her words woven with deceit. However, back then, the girl did not realize that the people did not covet one simple pin, but the golden blood flowing beneath her skin.
and then Aglaya's last one.
She can see the most delicate colors, the most distant contours. She can see the most secret desires, and through the most perfect liars.
But being able to see everything is the same as seeing nothing.
Countless mirages and cacophony surround her with stimuli plenty, casting her into another kind of blindness overwhelming. So she soaks herself in the bath and lets her golden thread go beyond the palace. When the water drops on the thread vibrate and shiver, she closes her eyes and listens to the echoes silently. She hears how a mother's feet were wounded for treading over too many stones, and is soaking her feet in the hot water bath. She hears children playing next to the pools, and someone is saying loudly,
I heard that the Golden Goddess also likes to visit the baths.
She is used to bathing alone. At the start of the hours of lucid or parting, her golden hair spread in the water like a throne, like the scattered golden threads, wrapping her again in a cocoon. Yanis's holy maiden silently walks over, scooping up water to wash the weaver's hair, as if cleansing the bough of a laurel tree. That is when the one who sees the core flame finally knows. There's no difference between a demigod and a true deity. The golden blood that congealed through divinity only in this heavy heat can temporarily flow. And let this golden butterfly feel a fleeting warmth. Just as she had once touched her own face, falls the final tear her eyes will ever produce.
Teacher, I had a dream,
she recounts, like a young girl on a whim. The sound of the water repels all disruptions in speech. Such peaceful rest, such sweet dreams. She dreamed of how she was a naive noble girl, ignorant of the world. She dreamed of the countless nights when she worked, in the courtyards she weaved. She dreamed of being before the vine-covered temple, where the wind blew by in a violent stream. Lastly, she dreamed of the prophecy that she heeded, how the ancient sound came through the 1,000 waves and could not be heard clearly in her dream.
The dawn device is always glittering, and birds are always chittering.
The children of Akama like these kinds of songs. Why not trust in the promise of an era Chrysia unending, like how children believe in fairy tales, passed down unceasing? But will the dawn device truly shine forever? Will the voices of songbirds not one day turn hoarse? In the golden bath in times gone by, she pierced her eyes, for she saw the all-too-dazzling future of everyone. That future was nothing compared to false promises. The gods have already determined her destiny and her passing. She knew. She has long known. The red-haired child appears worried.
You are aware of everyone's fate, yet never speak of your own future.
The child who passes along the prophecy understands that to lay such a heavy weight on one person is comparable to the dawn the world-bearing Titan's shoulders.
There's only one future for silken threads. That is, to weave magnificent clothes for others.
She takes the children's hands, inviting them into the pools, intending to use warm water to wash away their concerns. Yes, before the toll of the bell that announces the hour, before the meeting to judge the flame chase begins. Do not waste the rare good dreams, or the languid waves warm as tears. She mutters as destiny slumbers in her arms.
The one that wears this elegant attire in the future must bear the weight of the silk threads.
There we go. Complete. Oh, almost got there we go. And we see that Goliath is finished. I heard that before reaching the end of their life, the Pollars and Nestia would offer the most beautiful creation. What would that be for Aglaia? Teacher of the Holy City. Though I haven't seen it yet, must be like Aglaia's other works, golden, beautiful, and warm. Alright, Henri, are all other stories you experience on your journey the same? Always growing more serious, never feeling at ease? That mood's inevitable. I see, then we must become the exception. After all, we promise to always remind each other to stay optimistic. Please remember that no matter what. In any case, I'll remember all of this in my heart. After all, their stories deserve to be told and retold, right? There we go. Alright, back to story. You really don't have to take the medicine anymore? No need, teacher. Medicine can only steady my flesh, but it cannot stop the decay of my soul. I've already borrowed too much time from this world, and now time is up. Now is the best time for my exit. Please don't cry on my account, teacher. I have a final selfish request. Can you lend me an ear? Aggie, go ahead. We will definitely fulfill it for you. I wish for my death to be quiet and gentle. I hope that my lifeless body will not be exposed to the eyes of the public. Teacher, I have faced too many changes in my lifetime, but in pursuit of one thing alone, I have remained unchanged for 1,000 years. It's beauty, isn't it? Huh. That's right, teacher. Beauty. Aggie, do you think Snowy is ready? 1,000 years ago when I took up the core flame in Nestia, do you think I was ready then, teacher? Born in this era, we had no choice but to grow amidst the raging waves, not set sail after everything was prepared. Finon, he will understand. He will grasp the duty I've left to him. He is mature enough now, no longer blinded by anger or hatred.
Finon, my humble student, my trusted colleague. As I write this, you are locked in a battle of words with the Council of Elders, fighting for the survival of the Flame Chase journey on a battlefield where the smoke of war is invisible. I deeply regret and feel guilty for hastily pushing you and the Trailblazer into the debate. But please forgive me. At that moment, I could not afford to show any sign of weakness before you, as it would have crushed your morale. I considered the debate a routine affair, assuming I could win merely with the support and experience we'd accumulated over centuries. But I underestimated Kindness and her party's cunning, and also the deterioration of my own senses. The trap was likely set by the debater Calictus. He had prepared a severed golden thread in advance, revealing it to the public when Kindness was faltering in the debate. He claimed I was reading everyone's thoughts with the golden thread to cheat in the debate. I could have countered that low tactic in 100 ways, but my words slipped out before I could even think about them.
With deceitful scoundrels like you in the crowd, I have no choice but to rely on the golden thread to keep watch over everything in this holy city.
I can see how that did not help.
You can imagine the reaction that comment provoked. At that moment, I felt my time was running short. The divinity in this body might be eternal, but that is not the essence of me. I am a daughter of humanity, born of my mother, and I will die as a human. Realizing that my humanity was fading, I began to plan my exit. What kind of departure would not waste such a belated death? I have yet to find the ideal answer. But I knew I couldn't simply fade away in my sleep like anyone else. The serpents have always lurked in the darkness, terrified of their heads being cut off by the golden thread. If my departure were to be calm and uneventful, it would only lead to a swarm of those serpents emerging from their nests. Regrettably, a peaceful death is a luxury I cannot afford. I must feign weakness deliberately to make those serpents lose patience and act rashly. Just as they think they've struck and sunk their fangs into my heels, that's when I'll strike back.
So she pretended that she wasn't able to see what they were doing.
The blaze soaring into the sky might sow fear and confusion, but I have no worries about people losing their way. After all, Alchema still has you to guide them, Finan. You're not perfect, Finan. I've witnessed your confusion, recklessness, and deep sensitivity, dawn after dawn. The heavy burdens of your past have always weighed you down, inflicting deep pain. Yet, in your way, you are perfect. You embrace everyone's imperfections, always ready to find the precious qualities hidden beneath their rough exteriors. Unconditionally. That might be what sets our Sky Father Kefili apart from other deities. They recognize the imperfections in their creations, yet still choose to shine their light on them, offering protection with unconditional love. Finan, while you zealously pursued strife, believing it to be your destined path, from the very beginning, my thoughts have never changed. You are the destined world-bearer of Amphorius, the gate to Amphorius' future. Go, complete the flame-chased journey of the prophecy, ignite the stars, and inspire hope in the hearts of humanity. I will be waiting at the end of the West Wind, looking forward to the miracle you will create.
Aglaya, how could I possibly be worthy of the burning torch you've passed into my hands? Dalang, can you do me a favor?
Whatever I can help with, just say the word.
Please deliver a message to Lord Krateros. Have him gather the Holy City guards and the Kremnoans to spread the word from door to door. At the lucid hour tomorrow, Finan will speak at the Marmorial Palace. Urge everyone who has concerns about the Holy City's future and the Flame Chase journey to attend this gathering. Tell them Aglaya has left Amphorius the seeds of hope.
Understood.
Thank you. It's been a harrowing day for everyone. Please make sure to rest well and collect your thoughts. I need to prepare.
Fine, Cartonus has arrived.
Cartonus? What brings you to Marmorio Palace? I plan to get everything settled before coming to see you. Is there something urgent, Cartonus?
How are you holding up, I wanted to see. Better than I expected, you seem.
There's no room for doubt anymore. It's time to take action and show everyone that the leadership of the Chrysos heirs is still strong.
Right, your assessment is. Now, here. Take this.
Is this it? You've completed it.
Dawnmaker. The name I've chosen for it. Before dawn, prepare for battle. For tomorrow, wield your sword. Befits your stature, it does. Chrysos heir.
Dawnmaker. Unbelievable. You've never seen that black-clad sword master. Yet you've recreated this so precisely, just from what I described.
Precise, your description. Imbued it with the power of dawn I already have. Guided by your will, gleam with golden flames, its blade will. Wield it, may triumph always be yours.
Thank you, Cartonus. I will use this sword to protect the beings of Emphorius.
Another thing there is.
What's this?
Stored here, the remnants of Aglaya's divinity are. This was her commission. Her death she had long foreseen.
Can she still hear us?
It's difficult to confirm. About divinity, we know very little. In this way, she wanted to be with you. Always.
I understand. Let me keep it. With this, I'll have another constant companion by my side.
Poor guy. He's going through a rough time.
May this world never have need for a deliverer. Someone told me long ago. But when the world dashed her hopes and fell into disarray, if she could see me now, leading from the front, rallying people against their destiny, she would surely smile.
How will the Holy City continue without Lady Goldweaver? Look! Lord Finan is here.
Will he step up to lead Akama?
Not long ago, I spoke at the Citizens' Assembly at Dawncloud. I wrestled with every word, searching for the right ones to rally support and keep the Chrysos heirs' flame chase alive. In the end, I remembered a lesson from one of my teachers. In battles where words are weapons, outrage and blind passion often overpower reason. I followed his strategy. I painted my opponents as nothing more than pests, tore apart their character, and laid out their crimes. The strategy worked. I secured enough votes to achieve my goal, but afterward, there wasn't even a flicker of joy. I realized that apparent victory masked a deeper failure. In my pursuit of success, I fueled division and strayed far from my very purpose that led me to the Flame Chase journey. This journey was supposed to unify, not divide, to strengthen us, not weaken us. It was the gold thread that mended our rifts in the past. Some saw it as a means of surveillance, a tool of control. But no one can deny that it was Aglaya who held this city and even this shattered world together. Now she is gone. Yes, as you have heard, the demigod Aglaya, who guarded the holy city for a millennium, has indeed fallen.
Who murdered Lady Goldweaver? Find the murderer! Make them pay!
I felt the same as all of you initially. I wanted to stand here beside you, to condemn the sinners, to discuss retribution, and to see justice brought down upon them. But my perspective has changed. The golden threads that once bound this city have unraveled. Yet no one is celebrating their freedom from control. In the empty markets and bath chambers, one feeling lingers. Unease. Deep down, we all know the last safeguard against the harm we may do to each other is gone. No divine power will protect us from the malice in our hearts. From now on, only the moral code we choose to uphold for ourselves will stand between us and the abyss.
Finon has a way with words.
Quiet, listen carefully. There's something special about a man of letters.
All right.
The Flame Chase journey is nearing its end. With only one Titan left for the Chrysos heirs to conquer. Aquila! Before I rise to the skies, I challenge you. Cast out the shadows and malice within your hearts. Let your spirit shine brighter than the sky itself. Let me bear witness. Even without the divine authority of romance, Akima will remain a sanctuary in these end times. A place for the kind people Aglaya dreamed of. The kind of people foretold in prophecy. A better people!
Better people! Better people! Better people!
Ah!
People! Better people! Better people!
That timing couldn't have been better.
I appreciate your willingness to accept the challenge. You have reminded me that Aglaya left me perhaps the simplest duty in the world. To bear the burden of creation, I need only to give one thing. It's a gift she once gave me without hesitation, and now I share it with each of you. Unshakable faith. There's still a long way to go before Amphorius is reborn. But we will not forget the past as we move forward. For the memories of Amphorius will always benefit future generations. Allow me this moment. I want to borrow a few minutes of your time to commemorate a demigod who protected the Holy City for a millennium. She was Akima's dressmaker, the leader of the Chrysos heirs, the Gold Weaver, Aglaya, and her greatest feat was being a selfless person.
That singing sounds so familiar. That's our song, and Snowy used to love it.
Glaya, castor oil, Venon, and Anaxagoras.
Anxiety. Your songs always dispelled the clouds in my heart, even if for just a moment.
Snowy was so cute and kind when he was little. Now, you've grown so much. Maybe not as cute, but still just as kind.
Time spares no one, so there's nothing we can do. But kindness, you helped nurture it in me.
Don't mention it. Your light is as bright as ever. Keep it up and stay strong. See you, Snowy.
Goodbye, Lady Tree.
Say goodbye to them one by one, I think.
Are you suggesting the debate tactics I've taught you are nothing but sleight of hand?
Alright, so I can't snooze the ad break any longer. We gotta go on ad break now. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Alright, I'm back. Keep going.
Not at all, Professor Anaxa. Honestly, without those techniques you taught me, the Flame Chase journey might not have survived.
Good thing your head's still clear. The Chrysos heir of Kefali. I had no idea you had it in you while I was drilling those formulas in your head in class.
Who could have thought, Professor? By the way, I've completely forgotten those formulas now.
Some things never change. In our next lives, I'll teach you how to truly embrace your divine duties.
I'll be waiting. Goodbye, Professor Anaxa. Miss Castros? Aren't you going to say something?
Lord Finan, you have always been so approachable. Ever since we first met, you've seen me as a friend. It was the first time I understood what everyday friendship was like. But that's dangerous.
Dangerous?
Laughing and chatting with you, I sometimes forget who I am. And for someone with my kind of power, that's a real hazard.
I hadn't thought of it that way. Sorry, I forgot to consider your perspective.
Please, no apologies. Despite everything, thinking back on the times we spent together makes me really happy.
I feel the same.
Goodbye, Finan.
Goodbye, Gasteras. Aglaya.
Remember, Finan, after completing the Flame Chase, leave the decision to initiate the Miracle of Genesis to the Amphorians. The Chrysos heirs are the executors of the prophecy, yet they, the people, are the true masters of this world.
Rest assured, I always keep your teachings in mind. The difference between a presumptuous hero and a tyrant is a fine line, right?
Well said. You've got a good memory.
It's late. Anything else you'd like to add?
Anything else? Even in your imagination, I'm not one to show my vulnerable side.
No worries. I've long understood how difficult it is for you to open up completely. Thank you for bringing me here, Aglaya. You saved me.
Maybe what I wanted to save wasn't you, child, but this crumbling world. Goodbye, Finan.
Goodbye, Aglaya.
Did you forget me?
You're not dead.
Forget you. Like I'd ever. We aren't parting ways forever. You're just off to guard the gates at Castrum Kremnos.
His boyfriend's still alive, folks. It's fine.
You know just how to make a person uncomfortable. I have a feeling we'll meet again in this lifetime. Let's have another showdown then. Deliver.
That's very confident of you. I've changed since then. Have you seen this sword? It's a masterpiece freshly forged by Cartonis.
A bold statement for a mere mortal who hasn't yet claimed the power of a titan. See you around, Finan of Ides Elysiae.
It's a date. Vaimos.
He said it's a date.
What a poignant, yet splendid journey. And it's still not over yet, is it?
Yes, Cyrene.
I was right.
Oh, it's pronounced Cyrene.
In the end, you did become the deliverer in this story.
A lot has changed while you were away. I've met so many people, tried so many things. I've found new resolve. And I've let go of some attachments. I'm not the same person I used to be.
But to me, you've never changed at all, Vainem.
Days later at Dawncloud.
Dawncloud. This place holds so many different kinds of memories. I remember you could see the Gold Weaver sign from here, all the way down the mountain. But my eyes aren't what they used to be 1,000 years ago.
Cyphera, you...
Seamstress. Tell me,
Man, the yapping
does
does
Armor
not
have any
stop.
treasures so rare that not even your... I mean, our shop has seen?
Of course it has. I heard there's a gem of all worlds hidden somewhere in Dawncloud. Apparently, it's a piece that fell out of the Dawn device. It's truly a priceless treasure, being a part of Kefali's divine body. Even I, the Gold Weaver, cannot witness its glamour.
Gem of all worlds. Nice! Got it! Well, please keep looking after the shop while I...
Let me guess, Cyphera. You're probably already plotting to sneak into Dawncloud to steal that gem, aren't you? And your next move is probably trying to sell it to the highest bidder, then distribute that money to the poor and the refugees in the Holy City?
Look, seamstress. Are you sure you aren't peeking into my head with your golden threads?
You might be skilled at covering up lies, but your compassion is all over your face. Plain as
Gamer
day.
be gaming. Yeah, sure, we're gaming.
Don't lie to yourself. Do you honestly think this is the right
Mostly
thing
a
to
yap
do,
fest.
Cyphera?
What else am I supposed to do? That's the only thing I can do with my power.
You keep talking about how I have the potential to become a good person. Or even what people call a hero.
But I don't know what I need to do to get there! I can't weave golden dresses like you! I can't sing as well as Miss Hyceelens! And I definitely don't know as much as Big Sis Treby!
To be fair, Treeby's been around for a while.
The only things I'm good at are the underhanded street smarts that no one even respects.
Like, Treeby's been around a lot longer than Glaya was.
Worthy of you. I want to prove that you've made the right choice. Even thieves can dream. Right?
I know, Cyphera. I know. You are justified in your anger. Destiny is never fair. And your path is doomed to be even worse than everyone else's. You are fated to walk in the dark and bear the world's misunderstanding in this journey. But you have to believe that everyone in this world is unique in their own way. I am convinced that you're the only one who can bear the authority of trickery, even if you have to contend with the legendary 300 master thieves of Dolos.
Aglaya. I just want everyone to believe that the world is beautiful and that everyone is simple and kind. If only I could get everyone to believe that. Would that lie become reality? If enough people believed in it, even though it's a lie.
Lies will always be lies, Cypher.
Excuse me.
But sometimes they can be more noble than the truth.
Huh. Are you really planning to just stand there forever? Honestly, sneaking around doesn't suit you, Deliverer.
I never thought I could slip past your sharp ears, Miss Cypher. I just didn't think it'd be right to interrupt when you're obviously lost in thoughts.
Still as charming with your words as ever, boy. Your speech at the public baths wasn't half bad. I'll admit. It managed to touch my heart. Just a smidge.
Thank you. I had a feeling back then that you were in the audience. Intuition certainly is a thing of wonder.
Oh, and you didn't call me out on the spot. You waited all this time to tell me.
Well, I thought you'd need some time to yourself. After she passed away.
None of your business. Enough small talk. Tell me, what kind of trouble did you run into that you need me, the super old-timer, to step in?
We've only met a couple of times, but you've always gone straight to business. I respect that about you, old-timer, so I'll cut to the chase. You're probably aware that Aglaya has earned the support of the entire city for the Chrysos heirs. Everyone believes that she died at the hands of council members who were against the flame chase, and the citizens' fury has been dragging these schemers out of the shadows one by one. But they didn't get everybody. To this day, we still haven't found Elder Kynus, the leader of the cleaners.
I see. You're afraid she'll do something wild now that she's pushed into a corner, aren't you?
Yes. I believe that Kefali's core flame, forever enshrined above the council theater, would be the opposition's final trump card against the Chrysos heirs. We're setting up a campaign against Aquila in a few days. With the Chrysos heirs gone, it'll be their best chance to strike.
You think those desperate dogs will try to snatch the core flame while you're gone? So, you want me to give them a nice long walk while you're away, right?
You sure saw right through me, Miss Cypher. I know exactly what you can do. Godlike speed, perfect disguises, untraceable movement, and that most enigmatic authority of trickery. I have only one request. Please, use whatever tricks you need to protect Kefali's core flame. Even if you have to deceive the rest of the Chrysos heirs as well.
Uh-huh. Hey, Deliverer. Do you honestly think that there's no way I'll turn you down? Do you even have any plan Bs if I decide to nope out on this?
As the demigod of trickery, there are no other trump cards in the world that can outrank you. I'm sure you know the answer to your own question, Miss Cypher.
What confidence. You talk as if you have everything in the palm of your hand. Huh. So you did learn a thing or two from her. I'll give you that. Then let me tell you something you don't know. The Flame Reaver. They've been watching Akama closely.
You mean...
Bet you didn't expect that, huh? I've been tracking them all this time, and this is my conclusion. That lunatic may have lost their mind, but they're no fool. Why do you think they haven't made a move on Akama yet?
Professor Anaxa once analyzed this. He thought it was probably because Kefali's core flame was protected by the Council of Elders' secret arts.
Ha! Sacred art's my foot! I could break those mechanisms with the flick of my finger. Allow me to let you in on the actual secret. They probably held off from attacking Akama because the Seamstress's defense network was way tougher than you thought. Now that she's gone, and you're heading out to battle the Eye of Twilight, with the city's defenses in shambles.
What a dangerous situation we find ourselves in. But since you're the one who brought it up, I'm guessing you already have a solution in mind.
Just look how ridiculously calm you are right now. But you guessed it right. Consider this a 2-for-1 deal. I'll keep that lunatic entertained on top of protecting Kefali's core flame. You owe a big favor after this.
Big favor.
You have my deepest gratitude. That Flame Reaver's power is truly unfathomable. Please be careful.
Don't forget, Deliverer. There's a fundamental truth in this world. Cyphera will always get the last laugh. No need to worry for a demigod. I'll do my job, so you need to make sure you don't die before you pay me.
I'm back. I've been trying to stay away from here since the Black Tide destroyed the Grove. And through that, stay away from the memories that might make me sad. But the wind keeps pulling me back. Maybe that's the Twilight Courtyard's duty, after all. I know, little Ika. I know. I too miss the days when we all studied together. But we have an even more important mission this time round. Lord Finan has already set the date to campaign against Aquila. Being a descendant of the Sky People, You're right. At least I can still afford to get lost in thought once in a while. Oh, ancestors. Please wait for just a bit longer. The time I spent in the Grove deserves some reminiscence.
Alright, so unfortunately I think we're gonna have to call it here for the stream because man, I'm telling you guys, the daylight savings thing is kicking my ass. So it normally would be about 10:30 right now before daylight savings. It's 9:30 my time, but before daylight savings it's the equivalent of what would have been 10:30. So my body is already getting super tired. But I think we're gonna call it there for the stream. So thank you guys for stopping by. Yes, Sleepy Henri indeed. Plus I gotta get some stuff done before I end stream. Or before I go to bed.